What's the difference between a hazard and a risk? Easy questions? Apparently not. There appears to be some confusion between the two. A hazard can be identified as anything which can cause harm. The risk is a potential that the hazard will cause harm. Example, this ladder is a hazard. Climbing the ladder and falling off, that is a risk. Another example is the plane. Plane is a hazard. Flying the plane in a thunderstorm and crashing, that is a risk. The last one is the hammer. The hammer is also a hazard. Using it and injuring oneself, that is a risk. Okay, so now we understand the difference between a hazard and a risk. Controlling dangers at work is no different from tackling any other task. You need to recognize the problem, decide who might be hurt, and how seriously decide what needs to be done to prevent harm, and put the solutions into practice. This risk-based approach will help you manage the health and safety of your employees and get the balance right between the size of any health and safety problems you may have and what has to be done about them. You should consult your employees when doing your risk assessment, as they are the most familiar with the workplace and the work activities. So there are 3 basic steps to risk assessment. Number 1, look for the hazard. Write down what can cause harm to people. These are the hazards. Step 2, decide who might be harmed and how. For each hazard, ask yourself how could somebody be harmed and how likely is it to happen. Then ask what would the severity of the injury or health be. Now look at the precautions that you already have in place. Those are your control measures. Step 3. Evaluate the risk. Decide whether the existing control measures are adequate or whether more needs to be done. Talk to your employees and check on a regular basis that the controls are working. You must record your findings and review your risk assessment regularly.